Good morning, guys. My bad. My internet connection disconnected for a second there, and that's what made the live stream go away. But oh man, I removed all my indicators. Just give me 1 second. Okay, perfect. All right. So where was I? Where was I? Where was I? So the market looks great. We bought some points here on SPX. What happens here? I don't know how far we go up. I don't know when we hit the resistance and go down. All right. The only thing I can say is every time the market has looked great, it has only backfired. It has only deceived bulls. People get super bullish. Even on here, I was seeing, I was doing a lot of research. Many people all of a sudden, Many people all of a sudden after this move are now already calling in for a bottom. I have no idea if this is the bottom or not. I really have no idea. I'm just staying open minded. But to come to a conclusion after every dip, you're calling for a bottom. After every dip, maybe the next dip that happens, somebody will be, oh, the bottom's in. How many times are you gonna call the bottom, right? Well, I don't care, it's your account. But the question, all I'm saying here is, people made a lot of money on this rip. People made a lot of money on this rip. People made a lot of money on this rip. But the only problem is they give it back on these downtrends. They give it back on these downtrends. So if you made money on this rip, if you made money on this rip, protect your gains. This like, a lot of people, a lot of you guys made a lot of money last week. The question is, can you protect your gains, or are you gonna keep thinking the market's gonna go up, to whatever happened, and then you keep buying the upside? You need to protect those gains and maybe decrease your size smaller so that you're finishing the month green. All right. So here, 3,900 where we've approached is great. And my next target is, let's see if we can get to 4,000. If I'm still using the word if we get to 4,000 plus, personally, this is just my own opinion. I will look for downside exposure. All right. I'm gonna start adding some far out. Right now, the first ticker that I will add is probably Tesla shorts. Right, but that's just my opinion. Because the options move really well on it. So if the market does come back down or it gives up, the options will move very good on Tesla. Amazon's already splitting. The options are not the same no more. Google has another week or two, and then that's pretty much it. And then Tesla's the only one that's left where options will pay a lot of money. All right. I will look for some downside exposure at 4K plus. Right now, the position I'm waiting is patiently waiting. Right. I really wanted to catch this rip. I was well positioned for it, but last week on Friday, when this was the bottom, so I don't make good decisions all the time. All right. But I do manage my account, and I think I made the right decision at that time. I had some SPX upside right here, which I took the exit on because of this market scenario at that time. All right, or else I would have made a lot of money on this rip as well. Now that I missed this rip, I'm not gonna catch it here. I'm gonna let it settle. Maybe, who knows, we consolidate here, and I think this is what's gonna happen. To be honest, I don't know if we're gonna get the V-shape down or up. I think we're probably gonna consolidate somewhere in one of these ranges for a few days, and then we see what happens. And then the market sets up, and who knows, maybe we might even see 4,300, 4,400, which I'm open to. All right. So I'm seeing a lot of things. We had some great news from China, right? With their I think somebody posted in the group. You guys can read more on it. And China was up nice last night, and I think Europe right now is having some trouble. But let's see what's going to happen. But here, one thing that I do want to mention, another thing, some puts are starting to come in. There's no call buying. I'm not witnessing any. I mean, there may be, but I'm not witnessing it where it stands out. What I'm witnessing is that some puts are starting to come in, and that's what matters to me. Because at the end of the day, these are the big boys who know they have a much better idea about the market, what's going to happen. All right. So I'm not witnessing this yet. The day I start witnessing more call buying continuously than put, then I will get more inclined to continue to upside. But here, if you made money, protect your gains. That's all I'm going to say. All right. And apart from that, TNX rates are up today. Rates are up. We had a nice little gap. Well, let's see if we give it up. If we continue down on the rates today, one thing I do want to say, if we continue down on the rates, I would pay attention to tech because that's what was stronger. So if TNX does come down and keeps coming down, then tech has more room to run, guys. All right. And I think if TNX if it can test 270, 280, right, this will be a good level if it can. All right. And then tech has a lot of room to the upside still. All right, so keep that in mind. But if TNX keeps showing strength here, it holds these levels, and we go back up, then we're likely gonna break down on tech as well. All right, so just keep this in mind. TNX very important right here. DXY dollar. Let's see what it's been doing. Not bad. This is it's trying to reclaim to the upside, but it looks like the bull flag is not able to work. So keep an eye on DXY as well. We break these levels lower. If we come test 101, 102, that's if DXY comes to a downside along with TNX, that will give another boost to the market to the upside. All right, so keep in mind on this as well. TLT is a swing position I have for August. I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Right, I'll give it a few days until Friday, see what it does. As long as we consolidate here, I can see this going towards 119, 120, and then I'll manage my profits. Hopefully it happens in the next 2-3 weeks. All right, I don't want too much time spent on this, and then we'll see from there. And then some stocks, HD is down pre-market, I think. This is minor red, but I would keep an eye on this name as well. Right, one thing that I like about this name is on the move last week, we had a lot of volume up on this move, which justifies this big candle. And now I want to see if it can continue holding about 282, 283. My zone I'm looking for is 306. All right, I might even play equity on this name because this is a very good bottoming pattern here. So let's see if we can get towards 300, and then I'll see what to do here. So HD is also on my radar to play to the upside. So I'm looking for some more upside on Home Depot. Right, Baba, I think it should be up pre-market a little bit. Baba 120 will be very hard. If we can get a hold above 120, this is a resistance area right here. And don't be surprised if Baba chops around here for some days, guys. There's a lot of demand and supply here in this zone. So don't be surprised if Baba chops here in this 5-7 points for some days, and then maybe we might even see higher if China keeps gives us strength. But right now China's acting good, so let's see how long it lasts. But every time I tried doing it, they failed. All right, we do have some good news. Let's see if I can hold above 120. Baidu as well. Same thing in the supply and demand zone. Let's see what happens here, right? So a very choppy supply demand zone above 154. I will look for 170, 180 on Baidu possibly. And another name that I'm looking at is Amazon, which is slightly red in pre-market. I think last I looked. Very good. I think Amazon was showing a lot of strength when S&P made lows. Right, this is a very good bottoming pattern for short term, right? A very good bottoming pattern. I would keep an eye on Amazon on a retest. I would probably play this to the upside, to be honest. If we get a retest of 110, 109, I would probably play to the upside. The next leg lower, I'm looking on SPX. It's not so soon. We do have the last week this week. Quarterly end balances rebalancing. They might be buying some equities to finish the month off. All right, then July 1st week and second week, we see how they position themselves. Okay, so Amazon, I would keep an eye on. Google, we do have a split on July 15th, if I'm not wrong. Similar pattern to Amazon, also showed up a lot of strength last week, right? Show a lot of strength compared to the market, and then we witnessed a huge move up. Congrats, you guys caught this entire Google move up too. Now 350 will be a hard hold, but I think I can see around 2,500 on Google, and that will be a very good target to the upside. Tesla, I hope we can get this level right here. This will be great for Tesla if we can come right here. This is what I'm looking for personally, which is above 800. So if the market does run, if it runs, this is the zone I'm looking on Tesla, 820, 840. This is when there will be people foaming to the upside. I'm pretty sure this is when people are going to be foaming Tesla up. So, oh, we missed a dip, we did this, and I will probably buy puts on this for this, right? I don't have to be right. I could be completely wrong, but this is when I think the next new leg lower starts. That's how they will probably position themselves. So let's see how this works out. Right now, it still has to get through this zone if it can, and then we see what happens. All right. Q's tech has been really strong, very nice, and Q's also I think we can get towards this resistance or 310, and then here we see if tech wants to hold, or is it also going to give a weakness for a downside, or do we hold and go up? All right. This zone will be the most important 310 area on Q's. So what happens today, I have no idea. I will be very patient with my entries, but I think I will scalp something today. It's Monday. There will be some good scalping opportunities. There's more volatility expected today. And also on SPX, one thing that I do want to let you guys know, on SPX, the volatility trigger now sits at 39.10. So as long as we hold above 39.10, dealers will position positive, which gives more room for the upside. All right, so 39.10, but then 39.50 is the max they're expecting based on options data. All right, based on options data, 39.50 is a good thing. This is the call wall. All right, and if we get about 39.50, they adjust, then we have 4,000 also. All right, so 39.50, I don't think it's out of the question, but let's see what happens today. Do we go up or do we go down all day? No idea. Let's see.